Hello and welcome to the Outside Inside Star Citizen, the show where I get pissed off and I make you laugh. Sometimes I don't get pissed off, sometimes the IC, the actual Inside Star Citizen is fine, but I mostly try to get a laugh out of you. So yeah, let's watch this thing and let's roll the intro.
Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy Eye.
Hello. We talk a lot in the ISC about what developers are making for you, the Star Citizen community. But what you may not know is that in any large games development, there's usually a small team dedicated to making things strictly for the developers themselves. Tools development is at the very heart of what makes game development possible, and why each year is often more productive than the last. When building the never-before-built, it's often impossible to know exactly what you're going to need when you start. But as time goes on, developers begin to discover all the bottlenecks.
I mean, solidarity?
The processes that, while necessary, can often devastatingly impede their momentum. And perhaps most commonly, processes that work fine for a small game but don't always scale with a project as massive as Star Citizen.
Of course, there are going to be people that are going to build tools for the developers, and they are developers themselves, and that's completely okay, and these guys are doing a great fucking job, but I mean, them being here just means that they have no content to actually show us for Star Citizen.
So we thought we'd take this week's show and dedicate it to some of the true heroes gamers never see behind the curtain, and enter the world of tools programmers.
Depend who you ask for. The tool team might be the most important team of a production.
In our team, the focus is to develop tools for artists, designers, and technical artists.
This is really interesting, but it is as interesting as, like, I don't know, watching turtles race. Although turtles can, it's a fact, they can go really fast. Well, fast-ish. Fast for them, right? They're not just slow. They can also go faster. But it is as fun as that. Like, it's like watching two mathematicians fucking battle. It's like watching, I don't know, me eat. Jesus Christ. Okay, my food is here. Give me a second.
The scale in Star Citizen is insane, so we can't ask for artists and designers to make all the game fully by hand.
Technically, we're more on the procedural side, but our tools team is also geared for our on Montreal office.
Yeah, I'm liking this. This is so fun.
The main idea is if there is a need, if there is a problem, or if there's anything that could be made any faster or more simpler for a user, then a tools programmer can go in and make their life easier.
Sorry guys, look, you're gonna watch me eat while I watch this. We're gonna watch this together. And it's gonna be really not fun. It's gonna be really shit. So, yeah.
I am the most important part of the most important team, you know.
Did you know the turtles belong to one of the, like, oldest reptile groups in the world? Like, even older than the crocodiles and snakes and alligators. Fucking amazing, right?
As Star Citizen is evolving, we add more and more features over time, so that means that we need to be able to set up and place new type of data. And
also, their shell is not an exoskeleton. And they actually have two shells. The upper shell that we see and the undershell. Amazing.
And so you need new tools for that.
We need to automatize a big part of the job to move further and faster.
130 of approximately 300 species of turtle on Earth are either vulnerable, endangered, or critically endangered, according to the IUCN. So that's more facts about turtles.
Obviously, there is a lot to do because the world we try to create is huge. And what we tend to do as technical artists is trying to make the link between the developers and the artists themselves, because the artists are the ones, or the level designers are the ones that tend to use the tools, while the programmers tends to answer their needs.
My favorite turtle was, I'm done, was Michelangelo, because he's the most fun, and he's the most, like, charming, and yeah, like, not because of the nunchucks, like, Donatello had, like, those daggers, and he was really cool and all that, he was like a skater, but Michelangelo, on the other hand, fucking Calabunga, like, it's just like, Team Michelangelo, like, all day, any day, dude.
One recent example of a tool we developed is the Mighty Bridge.
So what's your superhero name? My name is the Mighty Bridge. I mean, okay, that's a weird name, but like, what do you do? What's your, like, superpower? I make bridges.
Mighty Bridge is a plugin for the game editor that link the game editor to any other software.
Right now, the main usage is to be able to work in Houdini and have some effects directly in Editor.
With the Mighty Bridge, the communication is done in two-way direction. It can send information and ask stuff to Houdini, for example, and Houdini, while doing the computation, is able to say, okay, you want to place a cave here? Give me all the objects in this 50 meters radius so that I can adapt the recipe and then send back the result. And with other technology, you don't have that two-way communication, so it's also help us doing more complex recipe and adapt the content to the game level.
I mean, I don't want to bash on these guys, but like, is that why we are stuck in like a constant, never-ending falling animation on most things that we like encounter? Or, I mean, it's not these guys, of course. It's the other guys that use these tools and don't adapt them to the game itself. So one example will be that, like, falling forever. The other example will be, of course, the rocks that were just like rocks that you can't mine. They were put in on most of the planets that would just cover all the Hadanite and Dolomite deposits because, like, somebody didn't, like, whoever did that didn't think about that at all and just spawned the rocks all across the planets and moons, and then you just couldn't mine because those rocks would be on top of the actual mineable rocks. So yeah, like, these guys are fucking amazing and these guys are doing a great job, but somewhere down the line somebody is fucking up. Of course that's gonna happen, it's an alpha, I know, and that's always gonna happen, and like, yeah, like, what else should I say here?
The reason why the Mighty Bridge is important is there's a lot of technical resources and knowledge in all kinds of amazing tools, like, as I mentioned before, Houdini. And by providing a way that artists can interact with the editor from the tools that they know and love and have learned to use over many, many years, they can make more easily the stuff that they want.
Yet, there is not that much variety in this game or in the levels. Like, yes, you have like different cities on different planets, and those are mostly done by like hand, and like they are of course using these tools, but all the other stuff is like all the stations are the same, all the bunkers are the same, everything is practically the same. Maybe they just changed some colors, but like everything is basically the same. So I hope that is just because of the servers, and like the servers not being able to handle more than, like, I don't know how many instances of the bunkers we have right now, but like if they were different, they will need to load in more and more like different instances and of different like details, models and all that. So my guess is that is why, because they have the tools, they can make this, they can make all the bunkers feel and be completely different, yet they opt to do these, like whatever we have right now. Hopefully that will change with like these tools. I guess that's the point, right?
There's no time in between of like thinking about the logistics of everything. It just like does it for you.
We made the Mighty Bridge thinking about the future, so that if we want to use other technology, we can plug them into the editor using it. And for example, if we want to use Blender or 3ds Max or Maya or Substance Designer, for example, that we are using, but if we want to plug them into the editor, we could use Mighty Bridge to do that.
I mean, like, this is like, why is there gonna be like a fucking quiz at some point, or like a big exam at the end of the year? Like, why as gamers, as players of this game, why should we know this? This is great, this is amazing, but like, we don't really need to know this. You guys are doing a great fucking job, but like, as I've said, why? Why this ISC? I mean, you can say that about at least like 10 of the previous ISCs, because they have nothing to show, because they are taking our money to focus making another game and maybe giving us like breadcrumbs like you give those to like pigeons, so they can shit on your shoulder. See the resemblance, CAG, and I'm a pigeon, and yeah, never mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this. There's just one more thing that like they showcased, and that's like the cloud, and yeah, we're gonna watch that, and I don't understand like why they are doing that, but okay. So but let's watch the ending of the video.
The idea was created like 4 years ago. The first iteration was that you can go to the developer machines, install the software, and one person could simulate that traffic using those machines. Then came the next iteration of this idea, where we wanted to move that to the actual cloud. Right now, Cloud Test Launcher allows us to create machines on the fly when we need them, launch multiple clients on those machines, and simulate actual traffic.
All right, so basically what he is saying here, and I'm gonna stop him and I'm just gonna finish the video here. They made a Cloud Test Launcher which is simulating people on servers because they don't want to play the game themselves, basically. Like their reasoning is they don't have enough players, like developers, to play the game at the same time. 700 people, I mean, okay, maybe, fine, but you have Evocati, and you have like how are those clients that like bots that you have made with clients that are like connecting to the server? How are they beneficial? Are they gonna find the bugs? No. They're probably just gonna like get some traffic on the server and see like if the server is crashing because like it's overpopulated or whatever. But in the end, we get what we get at all times, and we get a shitty experience because they're testing with bots. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, like this is okay if we like with the first instances of server meshing, it's gonna be good to have more like using this on an actual server where there's like actual people, and using this to like boost the amount of people, to boost the amount of traffic, so they can see if the server can handle it, like if it can handle a bunch of idle players or a bunch of players or bots that are like doing some stuff and just like adding strain to the server, so in the end we can get a better experience. But now, like, okay, but why don't you play your own game? Like, probably because it's bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop the video here because like there's no fucking point in watching it anymore. Like I couldn't even be funny because like this does not interest us at all. Like, we're gamers. Most of the people that are subscribed to my channel are basically just gamers. I have some like I have actually a bunch of programmers and like game developers in my subscriber list, which is amazing, and maybe they are gonna be amazed by this, or maybe they're gonna be amused by this. I don't know. For me, to be honest, like this is not. I understand it. Fine, great. Why do I need to know this? Like, seriously, is there gonna be a test? End of the year, like middle of the year, when is the test so I can like prepare myself? I don't know. So yeah, the video is kaput. Like that's it. Like I have nothing else to say. So if you want to support me not watching more of Star Citizen videos, yeah, you can click on the link down in the description of the video. It's a Patreon link, and you can be amongst these guys that are fucking amazing, and I love you guys. I love these guys here, and I love these guys here too. I love them all, and yeah, That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to bring the towel when you're traveling through space. And mwah, bye. Like, I'm just waiting for, like, you know what? I'm pretty sure that the next ISE, the next week's ISE, is gonna be on Scorpius, and we're gonna Scorpius and maybe something else that may come in 3.17.1. And I'm not gonna say anything. I saw a leak, and there's gonna be something, and maybe they're gonna talk about that because Invictus is coming, and that's gonna be running during Invictus. So yeah, it could be fun, although it's currently in Evocati and it's buggy as shit. So I don't know. So yeah, bye.